We need to stop trying to hate ourselves into being healthy. So you know what's really wild is that so many women start their health journey from a place of self-hate. They look in the mirror, they don't like what they see, and they decide, that's it, I'm done. I'm going to lose this weight once and for all, this is it. And honestly, that mindset does work for a few weeks. It gives you that kickstart. You push harder, you eat less, you punish yourself at the gym or with your exercise. But then the motivation fades. Life gets busy and you find yourself right back where you started. Only now you feel even worse because you think you failed yet again. Here's the truth that no one really wants to talk about. You can't hate yourself into good health. You can only heal yourself there. Shame doesn't work. And let's break this down for a second. So there was a study from the University of Waterloo that found women who feel more body shame are less likely to engage in healthy habits long term. Not because they don't care, but because guilt and shame activate the same stress response that raises cortisol. That's the hormone that drives fat storage and emotional eating. So when you're constantly criticizing yourself, your brain literally goes into survival mode. It starts craving comfort, sugar, carbs, anything to soothe that internal chaos. You know, a bit like you're eating your feelings. I think we've all been there some days. And then you end up back in that binge, restrict cycle. That's why self-loathing never leads to lasting change. It's like trying to drive with the handbrake on. You're going to move for a little while, but you are grinding those gears the whole way. Let me give you an example. A client of mine, let's call her Lisa, because I won't use her real name. She came to me saying, I just need someone to make me accountable because clearly I have no discipline, right? We've all been there. I think I've been there myself. She believed that she had to be harder on herself to finally lose that weight. But the real breakthrough came when we flipped that mindset completely. Instead of focusing on what she hated, her belly, her cravings, her energy, her cellulite, we focused on what she wanted more of. She wanted to feel stronger, strong enough to run around with her kids. She wanted to wake up without feeling foggy and heavy in her brain and her body. She wanted to trust herself around food again. And when we worked from that space, progress really started sticking for her. Her workouts became a celebration and a joy instead of a punishment. Her food choices came from self-respect, not self-restriction. Now, the best part for Lisa was that she lost the weight, but she also lost the guilt that came with every bad day or bad meal, right? Now, there is some good research backing this up. Dr. Kristin Neff, I think it is, from the University of Texas, found that people who practice self-compassion, meaning they treat themselves with kindness when they mess up, are more likely to stick with healthy habits over time. Not because they're softer, but because they recover faster after a setback. Now, if you think about this, if your friend skipped the gym, you wouldn't call her a failure. You'd say, look, it's one day, just get back on it tomorrow, it's okay. But when it's you, the voice changes. You tell yourself you've blown it, you're a failure, suddenly you've missed one workout and that turns into a whole week worth of sabotage. That's why self-compassion isn't fluffy, it's strategy. It lowers your stress hormones, it improves your consistency, and it really does help you make decisions from clarity instead of from guilt. We've been taught that discipline means force. Real discipline, the kind that lasts, comes from respect. When you respect your body, you want to move it. When you fuel it with good food, you feel how much better life and you and just the way everything gets. When you rest, when you hydrate, when you sleep well, your mood shifts. And that's motivation that you don't have to chase. That's what makes health sustainable. It's not perfection, it's consistency. It's working with your body instead of waging a war against it. So here's what I want you to try this week. Next time you catch yourself saying something negative about your body, pause. Ask yourself, would I say that to someone I love? If not, change it. Replace I hate my stomach with I'm learning how to fuel my body better. Replace I'm lazy with my body's tired and I'm listening. And if you catch yourself saying something like I'll never get there, replace it with I'm building the habits that are going to get me there. And that does take time. And these small language shifts create massive mindset shifts. And mindset has to be the foundation of everything. Actually, that takes me to another client who told me that she used to start every Monday promising herself that she'd be good. By Wednesday, she'd blow it, she'd cry, she'd promise to start again next week, right? Now, when we changed her goal from being perfect to showing up, suddenly the pressure disappeared. She started making progress, not because she was stricter, but because she was steadier. She stopped quitting on herself every time one thing or two things went off plan. And that's the difference. The women who win, or the people who win at a healthy lifestyle, aren't the ones who never fall or never fail. They're the ones who keep going and they don't use guilt as a reason to stay down. So I guess if you've been trying to punish your way to good health, today's the day you stop. You deserve better than that. You don't need to earn your worth through weight loss. You need to rebuild that trust and relationship and partnership with your body, one small act of respect at a time. Eat to nourish, not punish. Move to celebrate, not to burn off guilt. Rest because you're human and not because you've earned it, right? Health is not built on hate. It's built on consistency. It's built on care and self-respect. Because when you stop fighting your body, everything gets easier, especially as we get older women. Your habits start to stick, your energy will start to return, and your confidence doesn't depend on the number on the scale. So next time that you look in the mirror, instead of picking yourself apart, thank your body for showing up for you, even when you haven't always shown up for it, right? And be aware of all the beautiful things that your body can do for you. That is where your real transformation starts. Not from hate, but from a place of loving yourself enough to give your body what it needs. Struggling with energy, weight, or feeling like you've tried every diet out there? You don't have to do this alone. Inside our community, women just like you are getting results with real food, real support, and coaching that works. If you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and finally get the weight loss results you've been dreaming of, this is where you start. Click the link below and let's do this together.